This is Mumbo here, welcome back, and today we are back on the Hermitcraft server. It is episode 49 and I'm very excited to see you this week. I don't know why, but I am feeling pretty good about this episode. I feel like we've got some pretty cool plans that you can look forward to. I have actually trapped myself in our storage area though, so I might as well start off the video by explaining what this is. If you didn't see the last episode, this is what we worked on. It doesn't look too special, I admit. I mean, it's not one of my prettiest builds, let's be honest, but it definitely performs the function, and that is fine. If you haven't seen any of the recent episodes, or if you're completely new to the Hermitcraft series, in which case, welcome to you. We have got a bunch of hoppers down here. You can't see them because they're covered in cobblestone, but right down at the bottom of the world, down by the mines, we have got a ton of hoppers in a line, and they are going to act as like a storage system. So when we're doing our strip mining, we can come back to the middle, dump all of our items into the hoppers. They will run along and up and then across into our chests, and then we can have just tons and tons of resources, and we can mine for ages without having to worry about our inventory filling up. So I thought that was a pretty good idea, and it's what we've been working on for a while now. But yes, we are going to be doing this in today's episode once again. We're going to be doing some of the finishing touches, and that is like the decoration and just making it look all pretty and things, because at the minute all the stuff down beneath there is extremely ugly. But before we get on with the task at hand, I thought I would have a little conversation with you about some of the things that are on my mind. You know, they're playing on my brain, and also about my YouTube channel, because this is what we do at the start of all my Hermitcraft videos. You know, we just have a little chat, little face-to-face time about some of the things that are going on with me. And the main one this week is that I took a look at my channel the other day and I was like, it's not looking so hot. I usually pride myself on making very much presentable videos and having like a fairly presentable style on YouTube. I quite like the way all my videos look at the minute, but I looked at my channel and I was like, man, my channel background looks rubbish and my avatar is just my face. And I know my face is pretty gorgeous, you know, it's pretty fantastic, but I don't know if it makes a very good channel avatar. So what I've done is I've got to work on redesigning some of this stuff for the first time in many months, and I'm very happy with some of the outcomes I've come up with. If you follow me on Twitter, you will have seen a few of like the mock-up designs that I did, and the response to them has been absolutely brilliant. Everyone seems to really love them, so that always is a bit of a confidence boost, and I'm very, very happy with what I've managed to design. So hopefully, by the time this video rolls out, there will be a new channel background on the Mumbo Jumbo channel. We should be looking dapper and pretty fancy. So I'm very excited for that, because at the minute, you know, I take a look at my channel and I get a little bit depressed. I'm like, God, why is it so bad? Now, the first thing that we have to do today is a little bit of maintenance, because King Daddy DMAC, he got a wee bit unlucky at my base, and my base has always been a bit of a mob farm, and I don't mean like that mob farm. I mean, there are just mobs everywhere, and that's because I'm pretty awful at lighting things up. And I really did try and fix that. You know, I put the fence round, and I did do my best to light up the area, but it appears that a creeper managed to get through and just completely obliterated him and my Nether portal room. But it's okay, because he has gifted me with redstone, and well, you know how I feel about redstone. This makes me happy, so you are completely forgiven, King Daddy DMAC. And now I'm just going to have to fix up my Nether portal room. It shouldn't take too long. There's only a tiny amount of damage there, so hopefully it all goes well. And that is done. Our Nether hub is now back to its former glory, and may I just say, I really do like this building. When I originally built it, I was like, meh. But now when I look at it, I'm like, that is the business. We've got these nice little details here with the torches and the anvils. I mean, sure, it's like the most expensive torch in the world, but it looks pretty good, so we're going to be rolling with it. And yeah, just in general, the Nether hub's quite nice. I mean, the vines have gone a little bit out of hand, but it all adds to the character, so I'm happy with it. But anyway, now we are going to get to work on the stuff down below, and I need to take out this pillar. I do need to work on a good way of getting in and out my base, but also in and out of the layers between my bases without using ender pearls, because that is pretty much what it relies on. If you don't have ender pearls, then you're going to have a bit of a hard time getting about in here. So what I'm thinking is, and this is for the design of our drop chute, if we just take this out, you can see, yeah, it's not looking too good at the minute. It is just raw stone and ladders. I don't really know what I plan on doing here. I was originally going to do an ender pearl elevator, but as I just discussed, if you don't have any ender pearls, then you're going to have a bit of a hard time. So I'm going to come up with some decent ideas on that one, and then I will catch you guys in a little bit. Okay, so I've decided on a design that I think should look really cool, and it's going to be using lava, stone bricks, and iron bars. And I'm sure you can all envision what it is going to look like. And yeah, that's pretty much it. It's very common. A lot of people have used it, especially YouTubers. But there's a reason for that, and that is because it does look very good. And there's no point in not doing something that looks good because other people have done it. So that is what we're going to be doing. It's going to be a nice, like, stone brick border going round with the iron bars and then the lava behind it. I like the sound of that, and it should make this place look really cool. So I'm going to get to work. I have done one of the sides, and don't worry, this isn't what I'm going to be going for the whole thing. This is just the side that is going to have the ladders with it, because I haven't given away with traditional vertical travel just yet. I'm not 100% ender pearls at all. I do need a manual way of getting up and down here, and I thought a ladder would be the best one. So there'll be 2 ladders going up this middle part, then down the sides here, there will be lava. And I'm fairly certain, now I am fairly certain here, that ladders don't set on fire due to lava. I know they've recently made some changes to the fire spread, so I might have to take another look. But from down here, this looks pretty good. Now on this side, and this side, it's just going to be a sheet of iron bars, none of this stone brick stuff in the middle. And I think in total, it should look very good. Bummer. On the bright side, I've found out about a new death message. Mr. Mumbo fell off a ladder. Other than that, nothing good has come from this situation. Side number 2 is now complete. The only thing that I will say is that, damn it, I left some blocks on the inside there. So 1, I've made a mistake, and 2, it's looking a little bit hellish, and it's going to be made even worse when we add in that lava. It really is going to look fairly evil. I don't know if that's a style that I'm really going for, but hey ho, I think it looks pretty cool at the minute. But I have come up with a bit of a problem. And that is the fact that this item elevator here is where the lava would be. But the thing is that in our storage area, you can see the item elevator. So why don't we make the item elevator a focus throughout the whole design? In fact, that sounds like a better idea than the one that I had originally. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to recreate this thing, but I will keep it so that the item elevator is visible. I think that should look okay. We're on our way. We are on our way to a complete tunnel. Like I said earlier, it is a little bit hellish. It looks quite sinister, all these iron bars and the stone bricks. Looks pretty serious business, but it is very nice to be able to see our item elevator. And a second ago, I dropped a few blocks down. In fact, I'll do that right now. You can see all of the redstone torches like flicker through, and that's cool, you know? It also gives, because it's quite dark in here at the minute, it gives like a really nice lighting thing if we do that. Look, whoa! Oh my! I'm tempted to not put lava behind these just so we can get that every time items are going up. Look at this! We need like a slap bass in here because a disco is a-burning. It is done. Our caving tunnel is complete apart from one little detail, and that is the lava. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly head out into the caves. I mean, I'm sure I won't be too hard pushed to find any lava. Nope, as I was saying, there is plenty everywhere, and I will pick some of that up and put it down here. Now, I don't know how I'm going to do it, and also, something's just come into my brain. Up above there, we've actually got a wooden plank floor. So things could get quite interesting quite quickly if this thing sets on fire. I hope it doesn't. Well, I must say, it's a little bit on the bright side, okay? It's very, very bright in here. Just light and silvery colours shining in. But all in all, I think it looks pretty decent. And I'm very glad that we kept this wall non-lava. We actually had a look at our item elevator, because if this had been lava as well, it just would have been too mental. I don't think I could have handled it, and I would never come down here because the brightness, it scares me. But if we look at it from the top, it also looks pretty good. Let's just take a look from up here. Now, I do have a problem with this, and it's a bit of a shame, but you have to use ender pearls just to make it this last little bit of way, because otherwise you wouldn't have the trapdoor. But there we go. It looks cool. However, when you get down to the bottom, you know, you've done all that, and the ladders, they are on the wrong side, just ignore that. When you actually get into the cave system, you know, we've had that very grand entrance, but this area, This looks awful, so I think what we're going to do now is get to work on making this place look a little bit better. It's been a couple of days since my last cut, but in that time I have done just the most minuscule amount of work, okay? There's been the tiniest difference between what you just saw and what you're seeing now, but this is a plan, this is an idea, okay? And that is very important, so here we go. What I've got here is the basic floor plan. This is how it's going to be. So we've got these little areas. These are where the strip mines are going to be going off into the distance, because we're going to be placing them 2 blocks apart so they have different walls between them, and that means that we should be able to maximize the number of precious things that we can get from our strip mine, and that is going to be replicated on the ceiling, but these are going to go right the way across. So you're going to have the stone brick going all the way over. Of course, I have had to account for the hoppers in the middle, so that means that I haven't been able to do full stripes, but it will be like that on the ceiling, so then it will go 2 half slabs, and then the stone bricks. Now, for the walls, I am doing something a little bit different. This is something that I've never really experimented with before, but we're going to be using the old cobblestone walls, or the cobblestone fence posts. I think that's what they're called. Anyway, I think these look really good. If you place them up next to each other, it creates a cool little bumpy texture, and it should make a very nice looking room indeed. So I'm going to get to work on building it, and we'll see what it looks like. I have done just a tiny bit more on our little branch mine area, but I have already hit a bit of a hitch, and that is the fact that we aren't getting enough lighting. Over here, we have got too much lighting, and in here it is just going to be pitch black before we know it. But I have come up with a very good idea, using some inspiration taken from this room. I mean, I wonder what it could be. Yes, we are going to be doing a little bit of lava lighting. We are going to place some lava source blocks underneath these cobblestone walls, and then it will be very bright, and it should look really cool. So I'm going to get to work on fetching some lava, and we'll see what it looks like once it's done. Our testers are in place, and yeah, it looks alright, doesn't it? It looks okay. Granted, I was expecting it to look spectacular. I really was thinking that this was going to look amazing. It looks alright. The issue that I have with it is now these things don't look supported, and although Minecraft physics means that things don't have to be supported, it still doesn't look quite right, does it? And that's a problem. But as far as a lighting solution is concerned, I think it looks pretty decent. Perhaps it might work nicely if we put them on the top instead of the bottom. That could be a potential idea, but at the minute I think it works fairly well, and it does a brilliant job at lighting up our mining area. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick with this one. I'm going to stick with it because it looks okay, there is nothing wrong with it, and then I will continue to build this design on the other side and go right the way to the end here. So this is how it's looking, and I'm fairly happy with this, yeah? I'm actually, for once, quite happy with this build. I mean, I'll go through the negatives first, because I'm British, I'm very modest, I don't like anything that I do, and I am not allowed to be proud of anything publicly, so the room's a bit square, very square, there's no sort of curved edges, and you could argue it's a little bit busy. You know, when I add the lava in on this side especially, it's going to be quite bright and in your face, but as far as the positives go, it's a little bit different from what I usually do. I've been very much jungle recently, and finally I've sort of started experimenting with things, and this is what comes out when I start experimenting. And I quite like this. I've used a new type of block, and that is the cobblestone fence, which I've never even crafted before. I had to look up the crafting recipe, so it's all good. I'm actually very happy with this. This is one cool looking mine. I just have to do all of the finishing touches, and that is add the lava and a few more stone bricks here and there, but it's as good as complete. I've got a big old smile on my face. There we go, guys. I know this is looking fairly similar to the last jump cut, and I do apologise for that, but there have obviously been a few things done. First off, we've got all of the lava in place. It's all in. Yes, it looks good as well. It really does look good. And then we also have an end to our corridor. I didn't really like being able to see straight into that ravine at the end there, because we've got ourselves quite a clean looking corridor here, and then to just go out into the wilderness, it looked a little bit scary, so I just covered it up in half slabs. The only problem that I can see with this is it is a lot of half slabs, stone brick, and cobblestone. But then again, they all do work well together, so it's not really a big problem. At least I'm not using like pink, blue and green all in one room. There's something wrong going on there. So these all go well together. It makes a nice sort of all-round room, and I'm really, really happy with this. I mean, usually strip mines and things, they look really ugly because they are just the business end of your Minecraft world. They're the place that you go to and you're like, I haven't got time for any aesthetics. I've just come here to mine. Well, we have completely changed that up today. We have got ourselves one fancy looking place. Like, this is probably the most fancy looking place in the whole part of my actual base. You know, the above area is very jungly, very broken down. You come down here and it's like some secret that we've been holding away. It's brilliant. I'm really happy with this. This project has been a lot of fun, this automatic mining project, and yeah, I'm absolutely loving it. Oh, the Nether hub just gets better and better. Ladies and gentlemen, I have just received the news of the night. In fact, I've had a really good day. Okay, I've had a really brilliant day today. Let me just run you through it. So first off, it was my friend's mum's birthday, and that may not sound like a big deal, but this friend has been my friend for like 17 years now, and I'm only 18, so a large proportion of my life, a very large proportion, and obviously that means that we're pretty good family friends, and we went out for a really nice meal. It was brilliant, and I've just come back from that, sat down on my computer, everyone's being lovely on the newest episode of Hermitcraft, which literally just released, and then, just to top it all off, I see a tweet from Jeb, and it sounds like he is going to be keeping in the old iron golems dropping iron when they die. I mean, could it get any better for me? Seriously, could it get any better? That means the iron foundry is going to just keep on steaming on, doing its thing, producing iron. Obviously, we are currently in 1.7, so it is producing iron at the minute, I believe. Unless we've updated to the snapshot and I haven't noticed, in which case, welcome to the snapshot. But, yes, the iron foundry should still be working in Minecraft Snapshot 1.8. And, that is just... I'm so excited. I am so happy for that. You know, me and Azuma have been talking, we were discussing complete rebuilds of the spawn, and it is still on the cards. You know, we might want to decorate this place, but it just means that we're not going to be getting rid of the central points, the absolute beast that is the Iron Foundry, and I am over the moon. Seeing as we have been working on this automatic mining setup for the past 2 or 3 episodes now, I think it would be a bit silly of me to not actually use it, having just finished it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a really quick session, just do a very fast strip mining session. I mean, I don't really need any resources at the minute, but I think it would be good for me to do it, just give it a quick blast and see what I can get. So I think I'll do like this strip, this strip, this strip, and this strip, and we'll see what we can get. I've literally done around about 10 minutes of mining, not even that. I realised that I hadn't brought the correct pickaxe. I've only got my workhorse pick, and like I say, I don't really need any resources at the minute. This is just future-proofing. But the system itself works very nicely. You can see we just throw the items into the hoppers that we got from this. We've got about 18 redstone and a few flint, so that's okay. Hasn't gone too badly. And obviously the hoppers will be working fine. There's no doubt about that. But you can see all of the items are now going up our item elevator, and they are being transported up into our storage area. But one thing that I did notice is that we have built this strip mine in literally the worst area you could possibly build a strip mine. There's a ravine here, and then if you go on this side, there is also a ravine and also lava pits. Now, I don't know what level I'm building this on. Right, y equals 11. That means we are literally going to get every single lava pit because I built it 1 layer too low. So, it's a bit of a shame that I've done that. I don't know why I built it at this level. I always mine a y equals 10 and below. But there we go. As far as the actual machine goes, it's working very nicely, and I'm sure it will provide us with absolutely tons of resources, so there's nothing to worry about there. Now for these final few minutes of the episode, yes, it is drawing to a close. I thought I would have a really quick conversation to you about episode 50. I'm sure most of you cannot wait for me to get that episode out of the way, because then I'll stop harping on about it, except I am approaching 250,000 subscribers, so I've got another milestone to talk about, and I'm almost at 400 videos. So there we go, we are really approaching the milestones these days, but I want to talk about episode 50, because episode 48 of Hermitcraft has just gone out. It is Sunday, and what that means is, is that I have taken a look at the early results of the straw poll. Now, obviously, they are not set in stone just yet, but it is looking pretty unanimous that the World Tour and the face cam are coming out on top. Now, the reason, just to let you know that I am in the new Hermit Town, is because I tend to jump about and like run around when I speak. I don't tend to do a lot on camera, so I thought I would give you an interesting place to look at. I know, pretty kind of me, but like I say, yeah, the straw poll results are pretty much coming in saying that it's going to be face cam and world tour, and I'll do like a combine. Obviously, I'll do a world tour whilst doing a face cam. That's fine, but I just want to warn you that I am going to be doing the face cam with a digital SLR using a tripod, and that is going to be very, very difficult. Like, the setup there is going to be really, really tough, because first off, obviously, it's a digital SLR, and that means it's going to be recording the video, but it's not going to be streaming it straight to my computer, which means that syncing up my audio and the video is going to be tough, especially because I do a lot of jump cuts in my videos. I'm going to have to find the part and like sync them up each time I start a new clip. It's going to take a very long time to edit. That's what I'm trying to say. So, it's a bit of a logistical nightmare, but I'm going to try my best. If you don't get a face cam, then you will know that I definitely did try, but I failed. And I will tweet out pictures and funny footage of my face cam doings if it doesn't go well, just to show you the sort of nightmare situation that I've had, because it should be a lot of fun whatever happens. But I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. Hopefully I will, because the idea of a face cam would be really nice. And I am in the process of purchasing a webcam. If any of you have got any suggestions of brilliant webcams that you really like that are fairly cheap, then that would be heavily appreciated. Because obviously I look at the Amazon reviews and things, and yeah, there are some webcams that come out better than others. But generally, if you know someone who like really has a webcam and they really, really like it, then their opinion is often very much valuable. So please, if you do own an awesome webcam, let me know in the comment section, or tweet me the good one with a link to the Amazon page and I will take a look at it. But unfortunately, that is all I've got time for this week. So if you did enjoy this video, please be sure to hit that like button. It really does help me out. And if you really loved it, then make sure to subscribe. But thanks for watching, guys. This has been Mumbo, and I'm out. I'll see you later.